Hello and welcome back. Today we start the video in the back of the Pajero because this door isn't opening. And since I need to put some stuff in here that you're gonna see in a bit, I need this door to open. And also, did you notice the new mic? Well, let's get on with it. This door card needs to come off. Well, there was no use taking this off. It's held in just with clips. It opened! So inside the door there is this thing that releases the latch. And I just took it out of here and pulled on it multiple times until it opened. Now let's just grease everything up and put back together. Hope it works. Well, it opens and closes now after some WD-40. MacBook, that's a win for now. Opens and closes just as needed. Now, I need all this space because I bought new rims for the Pajero. Well, second hand, of course. They just need a bit of cleaning up. This is the before front and back. And this is the after. Boy, they look good. I did clean the insides as good as I could as well. They are 16-inch original Mitsubishi Pajero rims made by Enkei. Now with the wheels loaded in the Pajero, I can go and meet a guy that's selling second-hand off-road tires on the Facebook Marketplace. Because that's the place where you get most of the good stuff, right? Now, since I'm going to the tire place as well, I might just as well do something about this tire. Because it's got cracks all over the place, doesn't hold any air, and I actually do have a spare one because I think that this one is a no-go. So this is the wheel in question. It's got cracks as well, but it did hold air because I drove with it here. And this is what I got. Cooper Discover STT. Now, they are used wheels, but I couldn't find any cracks and the wear's at a minimum, so I'd say it's a good deal. Now, the width is 265, 75% of that is in height, and they are already on my previously bought 16-inch rims. That gives it a combined height of 31.5 inch, and that's quite okay for an off-road setup, at least for a beginner one. That's me. Now about the center caps, they are broken and the color is missing. You could never find a silver that matches this one, so I might have to do something else. Don't know yet. Maybe you know. Maybe write a comment. Thank you. The back driver's side wheel has developed a nasty knock and I want to figure out what it is. I devised the plan. I have locked the front wheels in place, have lifted the place where I can jack it up by the rear subframe, and I want to lower the car on jack stands on the frame rails. Let's see how we do. And this is where we're at. The car is sitting on frame rails. Hope you can see something there. And before I do anything here, I actually want to pressure wash everything. I think that would be the next task. After taking a good look at everything, I noticed that the bump stop is missing. That could be the issue why it's riding metal to metal. This is how it looks on the passenger side. Still there. So I sprayed underneath with WD-40 so that I can get the bolt off and have to find it and replace. The site that I'm looking for parts usually didn't have any, so I called them an official Mitsubishi parts reseller, and they did have the part, but it was on a 2-week order. So what I did was I bought a set of original ones second hand, and they came in the mail within 2 days and they cost me 15 euros. So that's what I'm going to install, and I've been soaking the nut underneath here for a few times with WD-40. Now let's see if it comes off. It's a 19 if anybody's interested. And it sounded just too rusty. And I got it out. Now look what I had to do. Wow. Well, as you can tell, it got dark. I ended up drilling the stud off to get the nut because it's a different thread and I don't have a nut that suits this one. Anyway, I need to get this done today, so wish me luck. And that's it. As Clarkson would say, I did a thing! You beautiful thing. No, I'm not going to do the second one today. Not at all. So I just lowered the car, and as you can see, there is quite a lot of room between the bump stop and the car chassis. But I will do a small drive around the block just so that the suspension can settle and recheck after that. And this is after a short drive. Well, you can see that it's definitely closer, and it did touch quite a few times. So the suspension is shot. I do need new shocks and new springs, but that's for another time. For this time, I'd say it's a success. Now what I want to do now is to bleed the coolant system, because currently I'm not getting any heat through the vents at low RPM. That could mean that it's airlocked, and for that to do, you need to get the front of the car higher than the back and just open the radiator and start mashing the gas pedal. Now I did buy this set. Let's see if it does any good. Well, I guess I should start the car and start adding some coolant. Quite a lot of air came out of the system, and say it could be a success. We'll see. Now I need to wash all of this dirty salt, but I'm not going to bother you with that one. So this is the before and after. Now I doubt that you're gonna see any difference because it's gray as today. So anyway, the last thing I want to do is switch these out for the new ones, right? And wow, do these wheels look good on this car. Now the silver on the wheels matches some body elements from the car like mirrors, and it gives them a complete look. After driving a bit around, I can certainly say that it's not giving any wheel shake, but you can definitely feel the tire's weight and it gives quite a bit of noise. Now the bump stop eliminates metal to metal contact on the backside of the car, so that's that, but there are still quite a lot of clunks, and well, the rear suspension just needs a complete overhaul, and I'm going to do that one by one in due time. Now I am getting quite a bit confident with jacking the cars up and working on them, so that is progress in the right direction. If you enjoyed this, do please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. Thank you and bye.